day 5 of these para-alpine skiing races at the FISU 2025 Winter Games. It is the giant slalom for the para-alpine skiing that gets us underway. As always with giant slalom, it's a combined time of 2 runs through alternating blue and red gates. The weather, well, it's clouded over and there is snow due over the weekend. Not sure it's going to come today, but the cloud does mean that the light is pretty flat in the men vision impaired standing and sitting, 2 going in the vision impaired. We've got 6 going in the standing race and 3 in the men's sitting race. So an exciting start to day 5 for getting us underway. It's Alexander Rowan and Jeremias Wilke of Germany took up the sport at the start of 2022. Now let's keep an eye on this set of gates. Well, this is the turn that's blind. It's over a roller as well, and Rowan Golash doing really well with Wilke. He was second on day 2 slalom in Austria back in December. And he, as I say, took up the sport in 2022 when he wrote to a coach of the German national team, asked for a trial, got it, and then became national German champion with Wilke in April of 2022. And in a week's time, the German Skiing Federation will be hosting the first ever para-alpine event on German snow. So a big moment for German para-alpine skiing. And Rowan doing very nicely. And we'll stop the clock in 1:12.84. Well, when it comes to FIS points, Rowan is behind Golash. And so Golash, the favourite for this one. He podiumed in team this season on the World Cup, 2nd and 3rd in the slalom. He won a FIS slalom in December as well, having not finished the first day. 3rd in the Courchevel giant slalom on day 1. Didn't finish on day 2. Dennis just having to temper his speed as they come on to the split. 31.05 for Golash. And really good skiing for the pair. Valash, the guide, had a season racing in Poland on the FIS Tour there. It then moved on and finds himself guiding for Golash. Now 1:12.84 and Golash, yep, in comfortably, nearly 5 seconds faster than Rowan. So the favourite for this race underlines that with an excellent performance. Okay, Boucher off and skiing in this one. Let's see how he fares. That's the tricky turn 9 into 10. 10-time world champion. He's part of the para team in Pyeongchang as well as Beijing. Ended up with 4 silvers in Pyeongchang and then had that tremendous run of medals in China. Boucher Good work from the 24-year-old who just has a little moment, 3 or 4 gates from home. 102.25, the time to beat for those at the top. Next up, Oscar Burnham of France. Took up skiing after Pyeongchang, inspired by Marie Bochet. Already on the podium here in Torino with been in the giant slalom 2 days ago, and good work here from Burnham. How close can he get? Can he find any time on Bochet on these closing turns? 102.25. He's going to be outside. He's going to be outside by over 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 3:18. Burnham behind his compatriot Bochet. Jules Segers of France, the next to go. He was second behind our leader Arthur Bochet in the second of the 2 giant slalom races in Courchevel back in December. The 21-year-old represented France in Beijing, scored his first World Cup podium in 2023 when he was third in a slalom race in Cortina d'Ampezzo. Already a medalist here in Bardonecchia. And Segers 1.48 off the pace of Bochet. I guess you could say at the quarter mark, really, the first time split on the first run. And 102.25, he's going to be outside by over 2 seconds, 2.62. Segers with a bit of work to do in the second run. So here we go then, the sitting category. About to get underway. Nicola Biscuit-Hudson, 23 years of age, also international para-tennis player. Started skiing at the age of 17, so his a lucky number. LW10-2 class. The other 2 races in the sitting category, the LW12-1. Good job from Biscuit-Hudson turning this rig on this very quick, easy track. Having to deal with all the lumps and bumps that go through the suspension underneath the seat. Oh, almost gets himself caught up in a gate. That can be really bad news for a sit skier. Because that can easily just completely spin you round, and then there's absolutely no way back. So let's go to Hudson, trying to pick down a challenging time for the 2 to remain at the top. 2 more gates to go. And he does just that. 1:13.48. Jernej Slivnik from Slovenia. He was, can you believe it, the only Slovenian athlete at the Paralympic Games, the Winter Paralympic Games in 2018 and in 2022. The best result in a major competition was 4th in the slalom at the World Champs, the Para World Champs in 2022. Got the better, as I say. No, it was Gensel who got the better of Biscuit-Hudson. It's Slivnik. He's quicker at the first split time as the Slovenian, so great opening turns from him. Just looks a little bit more direct on the gate than Biscuit Hudson before him. And can he keep this up as he comes inside of the finish? This is a really good run from Slivnik, who is over 2 seconds faster than Biscuit Hudson. Well done. Leon Genset of Germany. He studies law at the University of Innsbruck. This is his first major games, and well, he was one of the 2 flag bearers at the opening ceremony here in Torino earlier in the week. Now 32.73, and well, 3.15 off the pace. So work to do for Leon Genset. The other 2 in this category separated by just over a quarter of a second. So Genset finding it trickier on those opening turns than the other 2. Nicely done on these closing turns from Genset. Just runs a little wide on that blue gate, but gets it back under control. He will be back for a second run, but he's 5.6 off the pace. In the men's, we start with the vision impaired Golash, quicker than Rowan, so Rowan will go first in the second run. Boucher, 2.62 seconds quicker than Segers and Burnham. France looking to lock out the podium in the giant slalom as they did in the Super G. And in the sitting, it is Slivnik from Biscuit Hudson and Genset. Alexander Rowan of Germany will get us underway. He was 4.89 seconds slower than Michal Golash of Poland from the first run. Rowan being led by Jeremias Wilke. And the pair became national German champions back in April of 2022, very shortly after Rowan took up the sport. So a quick rise up the rankings for the young German. And good aggressive skiing from Rowan. Conversations being had and the effort being put in. And Rowan coming over the final terrain change, couple of gates from home, tucks for the line and stops the clock at 23.62, 1:10 on that second run. Quickest after the first run in Poland, Michal Golash and Kasper Walas. Golash was 4.89 seconds quicker than Rowan in the first run. And that's grown to 7.35 because Golash in great form, podiumed on the World Cup this year in teen, second and third in a slalom race, and looking very compact and solid on his skis as he works his way down through these final sets of gates. Won the Super G a couple of days ago, and he's going to win the GS here today, and in by nearly 10 seconds. Great work for Michal Golash and Kasper Walas. Oscar Burnham with bib number 12 from France. Burnham, the gold medalist from the Super G. His advantage was 1.89 seconds after the first run, and he's increased it, but only by 2/100ths of a second. It's a lovely skiing from Burnham. Chance with a real chance to lock out the podium again for the second time in the standing category in 2 races here in Bardonecchia. Burnham hardly put a ski wrong, and he will lead, and he will lead by 2.58 seconds. Really nice skiing from Burnham. Jules Segers now of France, 21 years of age, podium on the World Cup this year with a second place in the Courchevel Giant Slalom. On the athlete who was 3rd in Super G Day has had just over half a second over his teammate. It's 68, and he's grown that, almost doubled it. So this is good skiing from Jules Segers. Nicely done. Segers going really nicely. Looking to finish this off and take the lead and secure another spot on the podium. 3 gates from home, and he will finish, he will lead, and he'll lead by 1.35 seconds. So good skiing from Segers. Arthur Bauchet of France now, undefeated on the World Cup Tour so far this season. Red hot favourite for this gold medal, but he's got to earn it. He's got to ski fast, he's got to be precise. 2.62 seconds quicker than Segers after the first run. That's gone out to 4.79. He means business, does Bauchet. Just needs to stay upright, you feel, in order to take the gold. Still driving, putting the effort in to make it a solid run from top to bottom. Working those skis, carving those skis with the energy that goes into making them carve correctly, and it's going to be gold for Bauchet, and gold by 6.83 seconds. It's a huge second run charge from the Frenchman, who adds Winter University Games gold to his tally. This is the sitting category now, and Leon Gensert of Germany, law student at University of Innsbruck. His first major games were the Winter Paralympic Games, where he was one of 2 flag bearers. Third in the Super G 2 days ago. He's looking to double up, and to do so he just needs to get to the bottom in one piece without falling over. And he picks the double gate nicely. Oh, Gensert. Beautiful skiing on those bottom turns, and 2:31.58. The time for everyone to shoot out. Nicholas Biscay-Hudson, the champion in the Super G, up next, and he's got to try and find a couple of seconds over Jene Slivnik of Slovenia. He was 3.5 seconds faster than Genset on the first run, and he's grown that to 5.29. Looks a little late in the line, does the Chilean skier. Trying to be as tight as possible to those gates and get the riggers inside them as well. Don't want to get your hand caught in between the poles. That will spin them right round. Oh, there you go, just clattering the gates, perhaps getting a little tight to it. You can see him just leaning on the rigger, then bringing it in to knock it out, knock the gate out the way, and he leads 7.46 seconds. That's a really quick second run from Nicola Biscay-Hudson. So our leader after the first run, Jene Slivnik of Slovenia, flag bearer for Slovenian para skiing, only member of the Slovenian Paralympic team, only in Pyeongchang, but also in Beijing. 1.66, so he's lost a little bit of the advantage that he had over Biscay-Hudson from the first leg, and Biscay-Hudson skied this bottom part really nicely. Slivnik's got the rhythm back in this pattern of gates, but has he got enough in the bank to lead? That wind is really strong. Biscay-Hudson currently in front, 2:24.12, and he does it by 1100. So he needed everything from the first run in the second run, and he is the giant slalom champion. Golasz of Poland wins the men's vision impaired in front of Alexander Rowan. Bochet gets his first gold medal here in Baden-Neckar as France lock out the podium in the men's giant slalom standing, and Jene Slivnik of Slovenia wins the gold by 1100ths of a second from Biscay-Hudson, with Genset of Germany in third. So here we go then, the men's mascot ceremony for the vision impaired category. Michał Golasz and Kasper Walas of Poland take the gold medal. So the standing category now, and gold goes to Arthur Bochet. So the final mascot ceremony, the men's sitting just 1100ths of a second. So that was good enough to give Jene Slivnik the gold medal, first place for the Slovenian.